Hey y'all, my name is Mike Vaughn, and welcome to a new Video Addict Fresh Selects. I'm really sorry that it's been a while since I've done one of these. Life's just been kind of getting in the way, but we got a lot of movies to talk about, and I'm really excited, so let's get into it. Okay, so the first batch of titles I have comes from our good friends at Warner Archives, and man, they always put out some really great stuff. Okay, so kicking this off, we have the Gable collection. And I don't know if I would say like this is maybe like the quintessential Clark Gable stuff, but it is a really nice cross-section of some of his films. And Mutiny on the Bounty is really great. In particular, we do have the kind of like gatefold style disc thing, which I like. Sticking with this 4-movie theme, we have the Elizabeth Taylor collection. This one I was like really excited about. I had only previously owned Reflections in a Golden Eye, which was, I think these all were individually released from Warner Archive or Warner Brothers, but I had not owned the other three, and Father the Bride I really like. Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf is a stone cold classic. The last time I saw Paris is actually one that I haven't seen yet, so this is going to be really exciting, because this is like a blind spot for me, but it's a really nice collection, and this has the same kind of disc setup as the Clark Gable set. Next we have 3 Comrades. And it's kind of a drama, comedy, romance outing, and it's fine. It's not like my particular cup of tea, but it is very charming at times, so I think it's worth checking out. Really nothing special in terms of special features. However, my last title, Mystery Street, is a noir film that I believe has kind of been a little bit on the harder side to find. I believe this was part of a noir box set that had now been long out of print, so this is really nice. I also covered another film noir that Warner Archive put out that also was, I think, part of this same box set. So it's nice that we're finally getting these upgraded. You don't have to buy the box set, which can get kind of expensive, so yeah, that's kind of awesome. We also get a commentary track, and y'all know that I am a slut for commentary tracks, so I was really excited to see that one is included here. And then you kind of have like some little like supplemental stuff that they usually put on there, like cartoon shorts, stuff like that. So really great release, and honestly just a really nice group of Warner Archive titles. Alright, next we're going to pivot to Oliver the Musical in 4K. And despite not loving musicals, I find this one really fun and charming to watch. There's a nice array of special features, including another commentary track, and just some like behind the scenes featurettes, really cool stuff. So, this does have a digital code, but it's not in there now, but if you order one, you will have one. Next, we're going to pivot hard over to what I think might be one of my favorite movies this year so far, and that is Sinners. This movie's amazing. There's so much I want to say about it that I don't want to spoil it, but a YouTuber that I really like was saying that like this was like the movie to see in theaters, like if you were going to, you know, see a movie on the big screen this year. And I went, and it was awesome. I'm so glad I did. It was a really cool experience. And if you missed out on that, check it out. Holy crap, it is amazing. Okay, so what's kind of funny actually is my partner and I have very different tastes in movies. So while I was going to see Sinners, he was at the Minecraft movie, and that's the next one I'm going to talk about. I did see this eventually when it came to streaming, and then to check out the physical release. And for somebody that doesn't play Minecraft, it's still a bare bones, pretty enjoyable-ish movie. Like, I wasn't going crazy over the references because obviously, like, I don't get those. It's awesome if you do, and we're really hyped. But it was just okay for me. But it is out on Blu-ray. There is also a 4K option as well. Speaking of 4K, we have Batman Ninja in 4K. And y'all know that I have a pretty long history with reviewing DC animated movies. I've been covering them probably for a couple years now, and I've also had the awesome opportunity to interview some of the voice cast, some of the behind the scenes people, like the director of the vocal performances. Which was really awesome, but it's just like, all this to say, like, I have an appreciation for these. And the animation is great. Like, they have a really consistent house style that makes everything feel very coherent. And this is no exception. Do I think the story is amazing? Not really. Did I still have a good time with it? Absolutely. I'm a liar, because I did not include this in my Warner Archive pile, but I did have another one, and it is the Looney Tunes Collector's Vault Volume 1. Like, real talk, y'all, I cannot keep up with all these different, like, Looney Tunes collections iterations. It's a little overwhelming. I mean, I will say I am really happy that Warner Brothers is putting these out and looking amazing on Blu-ray. So, like, I cannot complain about that. It's just, I wish they would just stick to, you know, the collector's vault and then just keep doing volumes of that. But hey, we have some more Looney Tunes looking great, so that's all that matters. Like, you can't be mad at that, really. Side. Now, I guess this is a little bit of a wild card for this episode, and that is Experiment in Terror with some really heavy hitters, Glenn Ford and Lee Remick. It's a really weird, interesting little thriller that does not reinvent the wheel, but I think it's fun. I think the performances certainly do carry some of the more, like, hodgepodge kind of moments, but this is a fun one. There's only a trailer, which, I'm sorry, that's not a special feature, but yeah, it's worth checking out. The movie's pretty fun. Alright, so I was going to do an unboxing video with this, because it does have some, like, cool stuff with it, but again, life's just been kind of, like, kicking me in the balls. But we have Fallout Season 1 4K, and this is the Steelbook edition, which is really cool. And inside, so this also comes with some goodies. So we have these cards that I'll show you. So, pretty cool. I like that. Kind of like Minecraft. I've never played Fallout, but you do really get a good sense, I think, of what the game is from the series, at least from the first season. Kind of unlike Twisted Metal, where I think, had I not played those, I probably wouldn't kind of get what they were going for, but I think Fallout actually kind of nails the video game vibe, and that's all I'll say because I don't want to like spoil anything, but it's worth checking out. Okay, so we're coming up to I always like to try to cover stuff that's just really weird and like messed up or obscure. That stuff always really excites me as a film fan, and hopefully it does you as well. But we have 3 Mondo Macabro titles, and holy crap, that is cause for celebration. That's so awesome. Alright, so we have Slave Girls of Mongora Le Fay. Probably not saying that right. And then we have Cafe Flesh. And then we have Buchia Bushido. Sorry, I'm probably butchering that as well. Code of the Forgotten 8. Now, my favorite out of these 3, like, they're all interesting in their own way, but like Cafe Flesh is it. It is so fucking weird. It is like hyper sexual, surreal. Like, I love all that kind of stuff. Mondo recently put out their version, this like crazy version of Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, titled just Dr. Caligari, that is kind of similar. Like, this would make a pretty good double feature. I want y'all to just go in totally blind with this one, like I did. Weirdly, this was not on my radar, but I'm really glad that I got to check it out. Okay, Girl Slaves, I would say, is a pretty by-the-numbers sexploitation film. It's got some, like, kind of weird, trippy moments, though. I think that's what made it kind of entertaining for me, and this one is the wild card here. Like, this one is, like, crazy, great action. It's got some really good gore moments that, like, were not over the top, but man, it's so fucking satisfying. Like, this is a good watch. All of these come with new 4K presentations. Let me double check and make sure that's right. Yeah, and all of these have some really great extras. And yeah, like, Mondo never disappoints. Like, I'm gonna gush a little bit because like they're some of my favorite boutique labels putting stuff out right now. Like, if you really like weird, obscure movies, especially like on a global scale, check these out. They will never disappoint. Okay, last but certainly not least, I have a behemoth for y'all, and that is Murder, She Wrote, the complete Blu-ray series. This comes from Universal, and we get individual season discs, which, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I think is fucking awesome. Like, there's drawbacks, sure, like, it takes up a lot of space, and if you're like me and you have limited space, I mean, that becomes a little bit of an issue. But like, I don't know if it's just like this collector mentality that I have, but I kind of just love having these individual seasons on disc like this, like in its own kind of case. So this, so if you're wondering, there was 4 movies, Murder, She Wrote movies, They are included in its own kind of thing, which is, again, really nice if you're a Murder, She Wrote completist. And feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know if these have ever been on Blu-ray. In fact, I don't know if the series has ever been on Blu-ray. Like, I know there was a complete DVD collection. So, that's really, really exciting. This is such a cozy watch. Like, I've seen a handful of them. I haven't seen, like, the entire thing. But they are silly, campy, sometimes intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. But they are just, like, a very nostalgic kind of comfort watch. Like, you can just vibe out, watch these. It doesn't take a lot of brain capacity. And sometimes I think that's just kind of what we need. Like, I like to watch a lot of, like, cerebral stuff, but damn if I just don't like to shut my brain off and watch something campy or silly or funny. And, like, Murder, She Wrote is, like, quintessential that. So kudos to Universal for putting out a really great set. This does have some extras, and I believe those are port overs from the previous editions. So yes, that's the episode. Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Again, I know it's been a little while, but I'm really excited to share these with y'all, and I really would love to hear more from you guys. Like, what do y'all think of these releases? What's some of your favorites? Are you as excited about the Nightmare on Elm Street 7 movie 4K set as I am? Like, weigh in the comments, and please subscribe. I try to put out a new video at least once a week, and it's been so cool to see, like, an uptick in subscribers. Y'all are awesome, and I will see y'all in the next video.